Welcome everybody. This is your romantic tarot for the next for the weekend out. So this weekend was covered by the romantic tarot that's been up for the past week. So this is for next weekend up through the weekend after. These are the energies for romance, love, and sex. For all 12 zodiac signs, timestamped. You'll see me writing down the timestamps so that you don't have to wait. As soon as I post a video, I'll be able to post the timestamps. I'm going to start over here on YouTube with the romantic love messages for each zodiac sign. And then there is an extended video. That link is below if you so choose to grab it. And that is an extension of the same reading. Who's coming toward you? So who to expect would be coming into your life, the energies that would most have chemistry with your energies for the same time period. Let's get right into it. I'm going to start at the top of my zodiac lineup, which is Scorpio. And then we'll go through Scorpio to Sagittarius to Capricorn to Aquarius and come back around. Let's see what's in store for romance, love, and sex. Scorpio. First things first, let me take down the timestamp. Scorpio, messages for love, romance, and sex for next weekend and out. The answers you need are coming, full moon in Gemini. A secret being kept, a secret being revealed. An understanding, some sort of confusion emotionally, whether it's a lack of information or a reluctance to believe in the information that you've been given. Scorpio, this is a message that says you're soon going to be able to understand either why it's been so hard for you to find somebody that you can be completely and totally enamored with, which is what we love, isn't it? Or why you've been having such trouble and difficulty connecting with your current partner, or a circumstance or a situation that they've been having trouble with that has been causing difficulty between the two of you, and something about that illuminating and becoming obvious. It's finally being able to understand them, their position, their condition, and what they're going through. In other words, to make a connection that was broken, to be able to mend it and heal it through communications and information finally coming in. So this is a relief, I'm sure, especially for you. Relationships matter so much to Scorpios, and this would be an illumination and suddenly an understanding and a breakthrough that happens for this really, really precious part of your heart. Next card out, get to know each other, learn to meet each other's needs. So time spent with each other, taking care of each other. Whatever comes out is going to make you closer and bring you together, or bring you closer, Scorpio, to finding somebody that you can really be in love with, really fall in love with, because there's going to be a deeper understanding of who you are and what you need, as well as what you value in others. And if you'd been making bad choices, some sort of poor choices, if everybody you'd chosen up to that, up to now, has been somebody that ended up being wrong for you or hurting you, there will be this aha moment, this understanding of what am I really after? What am I really looking for when I choose these people? Clearly, I'm wanting something, but I'm choosing the wrong thing that I think will fulfill me in the way that I want to be fulfilled. So there will be some sort of illumination and awakening and understanding regarding how you choose your partners. Or, like I said, if you're with somebody, there will be a time for the two of you to connect deeper. Maybe they're finally open up to you. Maybe you finally comprehend what they were trying to say to you. Maybe they finally make a breakthrough in something that they've been struggling with, but it will bring the two of you deeper connected, a deeper connection to true love, which still stands for Scorpio singles. This breakthrough, this enlightenment or piece of information that comes in will bring you closer to being able to find true love, to be able to understand what to look for, what boundaries to set, what boundaries to drop, and what the vibration is, what the feeling is that you want to feel when you're around somebody. There's a breakthrough coming that I think is going to change the way you interact with others, the way you look for love, your expectations on love. And it's a good change, because that true deep connection that you want, if something has been impeding it, if there's a predicament that's been blocking it up or pushing against it, there is a sense of finally breaking through and understanding what that is, and being able to get to that deeper place where the two of you can connect, communicate, and forge those kind of feelings and connections for each other that last long term. Scorpio, wonderful energy if you want to understand who may be coming towards you. That link is below. Okay, Sagittarius. We have 616. Sagittarius. Your energy is time. It's time to release a negativity. This may not even be negativity in terms of, okay, it could be, but it may not be. But whatever it is, it's an impediment to some sort of connection that you have romantically or even sexually. This is just some sort of connotation or hurt or old suffering that's stuck with you. That this sort of something that has kept you hurting, in a state of hurting or frustrating or frustration, excuse me, that has basically gotten in your way of a deeper connection or a connection, or is causing some sort of friction at home. So this is the energy of being able to pinpoint it, understand it, and release it. It's the energy of forgiveness, Sagittarius. So either you'll be experiencing somebody forgiving you, or you'll be able to forgive them. It's a letting go. It's, hey, what's been harming us? What's been hurting us? It's time to release it. This is that full moon energy of release and relinquishing any kind of control over the circumstance and saying, I need peace. Peace is the paramount here. Peace is that vibration that I want to be on again. There's this holding on. What is it that you've been holding on to? What fear, what suffering, what hurt? Could be from your past. It could have nothing to do with who you're currently with. You could currently not be with anybody, but there is some sort of unhealthy, unbalanced understanding that you have accepted and incorporated as truth that is actually impeding your own happiness and health, and maybe even the fluency or the happiness of your current relationship. True love. This love is once in a lifetime. It's time to release negativity. So maybe even a jaded sense of what true love is. Maybe this is what it's speaking to, a sense of an unhealthy acceptance of what true love is, or a blockage that's been coming between you and your true love. Some sort of negative thought patterns, some sort of negative, as in unbalanced, unhealthy thought patterns. Maybe even being vindictive or wanting to strike out against or hurt or harm, emotionally hurt or harm, because it's scorpionic energy, emotionally hurt or harm a person that you had loved once. This has to do with probably a past relationship of somebody that really injured you or harmed you and caused you to doubt and believe that feeling of being in love. It caused you to be cynical or critical of feeling in love because you don't like to feel that kind of vulnerability. Well, this is the week where it all comes to a head and something happens to make you face and heal, or at least understand how to heal, or that you need to heal this feeling or this energy in your life. forgiveness, to let go, to maybe even forgive the person that you're with for something that they had done. Could have been cheating, could have been lying, could have been something that they did not to you, but in their own life that disappointed you and them. Sagittarius, this is all energy of you being able to decide to forgive them. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to decide to stay with them, but it means that you're deciding to forgive them, which is an energy of true love and true light and acceptance, which is peace and harmony. If you are curious about who may be coming towards you, Sagittarius, that link is below in the description box. I'll see you over there. Okay, now we have Capricorn. Capricorn, believe in the impossible. Blue moon. Look at this beautiful energy. It's what it is. It says what it is. There it is. Believe in the impossible. So this is an unpredicted change or switch. Something that maybe you had completely given up on is breaking through for you next weekend or next weekend and after. So Capricorn, this is the energy of miracles are happening. Believe in the impossible because the impossible happens every single day. It's only impossible until it isn't. So find your courage and find your strength to open up your heart, because this could just be you preparing your heart space to be able to accept something that you maybe have shut yourself down from or closed yourself off of. But this is a miracle happening, a huge breakthrough, a sense of, I can't believe this is real. But it could also be, just so that you know, if you don't meet your true love or make that breakthrough in your relationship next weekend, it could also be just you getting back to having your heart open, believing in true love again, believing that, something that you thought had shut down is now starting up again. And you didn't really know how it happened. It sort of, to you at least, feels like a miracle. But it's breaking through, it's coming out. This is the energy of opening up, awakening, doors opening, like almost yawning after you've been asleep for a really long time. But to the heart of this, it is that feeling of hope again. It's that feeling of joy. It's that willingness to believe again, where once maybe it was a little bit difficult for you. So this could be in relationships, or if you were single, just the ability to believe in love again, to believe in who you're in love with, or that you'll find somebody that you will love again, and opening yourself up. Or it could actually be the impossible, what you thought was impossible, happening because now you see it happening. You this is like meeting somebody that you think is sort of too good to be true, or your spouse coming around and apologizing for something they did to you, or feeling that connection with them that you haven't felt in so long you thought it was gone. This is love is all around you. There is love everywhere, all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. So you're going to have options if you are a single person, Capricorn. This is having many options. And maybe that's what's making you feel like there's potential again, is that you have the ability to pick and choose, that you're getting a lot of receptivity wherever or however you're dating, meeting so many people who are interested in you. You felt like, oh, this is what's inspiring that door to crack open again, because you're like, oh, I thought that this stream had dried up, but there's so many different options around you. Feeling like you're living in the presence of love, which is a really optimistic perspective, Capricorn. This is a beautiful energy for you next weekend, a sense of optimism and possibility that's sort of infinite. And I actually really love this energy for you. You're going to have many, many options, or you're going to feel very, very loved, especially if you're already currently in a relationship. You're going to feel so much love that it heals you, and it makes you wide-eyed and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed like you were when a kid, and believe in something you've grown cynical about. If you are curious about who could be introduced to you next week or coming towards you, that link, Capricorn, is below. I'll see you over there. All right, we have Aquarius energy. Aquarius energy. Conclusions are within reach. Once again, an ending or this could be breaking up with somebody. This could be ending, but it's also not just, this is an energy. So it's not just you're breaking up with somebody or somebody's breaking up with you. It's you're understanding why things happen. It's almost like that Scorpio read of comprehending all of a sudden those things or those blockages that were getting in your way. Maybe it's understanding somebody else's point of view. You're finally going to be able to use, Aquarius, your keen mind and intellect to be able to discern what is really going on here and understand and illuminate those things that maybe have been confusing you or blocking you. It's suddenly, all of a sudden, you're going to be able to make a decision and feel comfortable and empowered to be able to make a decision. Now, this could be coming to an end of a cycle, but that's a beautiful thing. Say you're single and you haven't wanted to be. This is coming to an end of that cycle of not being single anymore, of finally meeting somebody or making a breakthrough that leads you to that person that you can finally be with and connect to. But this could also be deciding that you don't want to be in this relationship anymore and that it's over and it's ending, but it's ending in a very peaceful way. It's not ending in a sad, all endings are kind of sad, but it's ending in a way that is kind of sort of aspirational, if you will, to sort of encourage you to keep moving forward, I think, for the both of you. So this would be a kind of separation. If you are going your separate ways from somebody, it would be a kind of separation that is a mutual separation, and it because there's a relief here. There's a release of all kinds of anger because it has to be done. When it says conclusions are within reach, it's that you're not carrying that animosity with you, because then that's not a conclusion, right? That's not a conclusion at all. That's just you not being with somebody, but still emotionally being with somebody. This would be no, you're finally ready to let go and be emotionally free of each other, or emotionally free of any kind of hurt or harm that you've done to each other, or negative thought patterns that you've gotten yourself into, or you're done with being single. This is a time when you're actually going to make a breakthrough and meet somebody. Okay, Aquarius, appreciate this moment. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. So this speaks especially to those of you who are single and looking for somebody. And if you want to know who's coming towards you, that link is below. So this could be a very interesting week for you guys. This is an energy of it's not just meeting somebody, it's being prepared to meet somebody, of having actually relinquished all kinds of suffering from the past and being able to live in the present moment, in the here and the now, which is really what air signs are so clever at and so good at, being able to focus on what's in front of them. And maybe you're finally seeing for the first time the potential to be with somebody that maybe has been in front of you for quite some time, or somebody that you're just meeting. But this is a new, fresh start in areas of romance and sex and love that is going to be very, very encouraging towards you. And there's going to be a lot of doors opening and a lot of potential for you this coming weekend. Yeah, I just feel this sense of complete newness. Like complete news, almost like part of you is new too. It's like maybe ending a pattern or ending a relationship with somebody else, or forgiving and releasing those things with somebody else, those feelings that you've harbored for so long. That's what invites in this whole new kind of era in your life. And it's a wonderful feeling of just almost being somebody different when you look at relationships and when you look at people to have potential relationships with. This is a sense of just feeling like it's all begun again. Like nothing has ever hurt you or harmed you. No, your heart has never been broken. A sense of not being naive, but being stronger and wiser, and somebody that has grown and changed and is really prepared now to appreciate what's in front of them. What a beautiful energy. That is really beautiful. Okay, we're moving on to Pisces. Let's go to Pisces. Pisces, the energy that is waiting for you next weekend in love and romance. Emotions are running high. Now, this could be, the first feeling that I got was your tension with somebody else, between the two of you shouting or arguing at each other, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just a very emotional time for you. There's a lot of, not necessarily animosity, but hurt, a feeling of passion, but hurt, a feeling of I don't want to let you go, but you hurt me so bad because you're so close to me. This is a sense of really, really being emotionally connected or emotionally dependent upon somebody, and needing their attention, needing to talk to them, and vice versa. I don't think this is a one-sided energy, Pisces. I think this is the two of you being yelling and screaming, plates flying, exchanging words, crying, screaming, making love, waking up, doing it all again type of energy. This could also be, if you're single and you don't feel those things, your passions and your emotions are still going to be running way, way high. And so Pisces, this is an energy of you feeling very, very amorous and very, very sensitive and very, very passionate, very, very easily for somebody that you could like let in your life or be attracted to. This is a moment of emotional intensity. That's the best I can explain it. So if you are single, you may not make the best of decisions. There'll be impulsivity here. It won't be this feeling of like making the most practical decision, but simultaneously, that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for passion next weekend. Let's see what comes up. Demonstrate love. Find out what is important to those you love and act on it. Okay, so this is definitely an exchange of feelings and emotions between people who are already in a relationship, people who already need each other, already care about each other. This is, I just keep feeling a need to be near somebody next week, a need, and yelling at them or screaming at them if they're not making time to be near you. So this could be you to them or them to you, but there is a sense of, no, I really need you around. Why are you going out with your friends? There is a sense of, and it will come out in an explosion and crying, and they'll be looking at you like, what is going on? And this sense of, and then they'll be hurt and you'll be hurt. And there is a sense of really needing their company and their presence in your life next weekend. There isn't also a sense of, if you're single, demonstrate it, show that you're interested, show that you have passion, show that you're attracted to that person that you're attracted to, because you will be so amorous, you will be so dripping with this fluid sensuality. You will definitely find somebody, you will definitely attract somebody, and at the very least have a very passionate weekend between the two of you, if not something that moves forward. But honestly, Pisces, this is an energy that you really need right now. I think you just need to feel that physical and emotional connection with somebody. Now, who is that somebody? That link is below. I hope to see you over on the extended video. Aries. Okay. All right, Aries, let's get into your reading. Communication is key. You're talking to somebody. You're talking to somebody. You're talking with your partner. You're talking with your lover, your current situation. I feel like this is a more stronger energy for couples. But of course, I'll figure out how it applies to singles. Aries, there is an energy of the two of you talking. It's like a calm. I don't know if it's a calm before the storm. I don't know if there's a storm left in you. There is just talking to each other to understand what's happening here, what's going on. One of those big, powerful conversations, or you being able to listen to their words and understand who they are better. And are they the person that I want to be with or not? But this is definitely a sense of getting to know each other and understanding each other and how the two of you feel about each other better by talking about it, by being rational and being honest and being very mature about it. I just feel one of those big conversations coming up for you, Aries, next weekend or the weekend after. Now, for Aries that are singles, this is remaining open to new possibilities and using different kinds of communication, maybe online dating or dating apps or some sort of talk to people, go out and engage people, actually communicate with them, strike up conversations with new people or talk to your friends about, hey, I'm open and I really want to meet some people. In other words, please communicate this coming weekend that you are in actually looking for a relationship that is something that's a priority to you, so that you're announcing to the universe and you're using this very Gemini energy, this communicative mercurial energy to amp you up and help you, like you're going with that energy. Go with that energy, go with that flow, talk about it, let people know. I'm not saying you have to make an announcement, but this would be a great time for you to go on dating apps or, see what's out there, browse or put yourself out there and basically let people know that, yes, I am on the market. Even if you're going out to a bar, behave single, let your interest in other people be shown. Or like I said, let your friends know that you're looking, if they know anybody, if that's single. Just put it out there, definitely. But the first energy that came up was for those couples who need to have a heart-to-heart this coming weekend. Let's see what this card is. Forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. So for Aries singles, this is like you're finally ready to let go of a past relationship. Any kind of harm or damage or, emotions that you had held on to for the past. This is finally you being able to say, no, I'm ready to step in. I'm into the singles game. Emotionally, I've prepared, I've let go, to the point where I've not only forgiven that person, but I've sort of forgiven what has happened to me. And you're finding the energy of actually being able to go into the dating field with an open heart and an open mind again, because you feel this release from anything that had happened to you previously. Now, this is for energy, for Aries couples. This is an energy of being able to release and let go. So this may be the two of you deciding to break up or break away from each other. It could be you're just letting go of the animosity that was between you by talking about it and diffusing that kind of animosity or any kind of disappointments that the two of you had with each other. But there is definitely a release of something that had happened to you or was going on with you, and you were honest about it and you confronted it and you were able to basically heal that energy. Like I said, it doesn't mean that you're necessarily breaking up, but it doesn't mean that you're staying together. What it means is emotionally you're at a place where the two of you can both release any kind of expectations or hurt or sorrows that had happened in the past, and whether that makes you closer or it just makes you free and liberates you from feeling like you have to stay in a relationship that isn't working out. Whatever way, it's a beautiful energy of freedom and renewal and happiness next weekend for you, Aries. If you're wondering if you're in a position where you're wondering who is coming towards you, like who is out there for you, the link is below. So maybe that will give you a clue as to whether or not you're going to be staying with your person or not. If that description reminds you of them, that could be a good clue. So I hope to see you over there. All right, Aries, let's go to Taurus. Taurus, this is the energy for you for this coming weekend and a little bit beyond. A time for healing. Okay. Some sort of injury, some sort of harm, some sort of hurt or heartache. That's what I feel. Such a beautiful card. New beginning, this is a new moon, so starting over. And I once again felt a lot for Taurus couples. There's an energy of forgiveness and healing within a relationship. If you've had some sort of disappointment, some sort of argument or frustration, finding that sense of being able to forgive each other, love each other again, like come back around, and like that hug and maybe that cry that happens after that disappointment had happened, something that you maybe had put on the shelf and not talked to each other about. Maybe it's a relationship that had happened outside of the two of you that is healing, and it's able to take some pressure off of whatever was happening between the two of you. Forgiveness, or thinking somehow that if they did this to one person, they may do it to us, or there's just some sort of understanding, ability to let any kind of fear or sadness, this is the relinquishing of sadness go, and to finally be able to be held and to be close to and feel that love from that person, or give that love to that person that they so need. Now for Taurus singles, this is the energy of you're in the process of being able to repair from damage that was done, from an ex relationship, from an ex disappointment. However great that damage is will be proportional to the amount of time it will take to heal. But this is you showing a lot of attention and care toward yourself this week. If you're single, toward yourself this coming weekend, to be able to nurture yourself and to be able to love yourself and give yourself that love that you need. You're focusing on healing who you are. This is also maybe about healing some sort of confusion, or healing some sort of interaction between you and somebody you just started dating. There could have been some different... There could have been some, that would be for very few of you, but there could have been some sort of confusion about just how advanced your relationship was, and they were still dating somebody or sleeping with other people, and so there was a sense of being able to patch that up and heal that situation. Heal it. Now, healing means coming back to a place of balance. That's what it means. So it's like basically being able to understand or get information on things that make them less hurtful for you. So you are limitless. You can do anything you choose. This is definitely that energy of finding beauty within yourself, Taurus. This is that healing weekend for you, that ability to love yourself and focus on yourself. Or for Taurus couples, this is the ability to remember the uniqueness that is your partner, and remind them of their beauty and see their beauty again, and understand just how unique and special they are, and really be able to feel, oh, how lucky I am to have them in my life. For you Tauruses who are single, this really is the energy of you just like healing, feeling grounded, and loving who you are and loving yourself, and being able to maybe release that sense of I'll never be able to find somebody as special as this person, and a time to understand why you think that and be able to move on from that. If you're curious about past next weekend, who might be coming towards you, that link is below. Hopefully I'll see you over there. Okay, Taurus, let's move on to Gemini. 3323. Gemini, what is your romantic energy for this coming weekend? Don't let your past hold you back. You know, it's funny for you guys, I don't see this as the energy of holding on desperately to a relationship. I think it's holding a relationship trying to hold on to you, and you not really liking it. Anytime this card comes up, Gemini, I recommend that people check out their South Node. Where is your South Node? Then you'll start to understand yourself a lot better, and those pitfalls in your life, or what comes too easily to you, what sort of patterns or behaviors you get stuck in. That's what your South Node is. So there's this energy of being stuck in a relationship, stuck in maybe relationship patterns that you can't get out of, that are really frustrating you or bothering you. Maybe you're not that excited about this person that you're with, or it's taken some time to sort of get rid of them. or get rid of this feeling of, I want to be single, I just want to be single. Whatever behavior pattern, whatever pattern you've fallen in terms of relationship and sex recently, this is the energy of understanding it and realizing it so that you can break it. Don't let your past hold you back. It's almost like somebody from your past is clinging on to you. An energy of that unreconciled, something's a lack of reconciliation, that unreconciled relationship, that unreconciled circumstance or situation, that is not wanting to let you go, finding it hard to sort of get your freedom. Don't let your past hold you back. And it is also an implication that you could be meeting somebody this coming weekend, that you are interested in, and you want the freedom and you want the liberty to move on, but there's this sense of somebody who won't let you go. And I've been getting that feeling for you guys for a while. So there is some sort of relationship that you have, is almost like you're trying to like ease that person out. You're trying to like make them not want you, almost, that energy of let me go, it's time. And it's a little bit more frustrating this coming weekend because you're meeting somebody new. This is also the energy of, so who that is, that link is below. That's the who's coming towards you. So maybe you want to pop on by that. This is the energy also of, say you are already single. This is a sense of, well, what pitfalls, what's keeping you single? Do you want to be single, or if you don't, like, what is it that you can't find the person that you really want to be with? Like, what is it? And I would say then go to your South Node and say, what kind of patterns do I fall into all the time that sort of mess me up and hold me back and hold me down? And it's a better understanding of that. Yeah, this could also be some sort of kind of snafu that you came up recently, or even in the past year with your reputation, a feeling of people walking into a room and people judging you before they even get to know you because of something that's gotten around about you, and basically being bold enough to just step into that room anyway and say, well, for the smart ones out there, I'm willing to have a conversation with you. I'm not going to let my past be all that people see about me. I love that energy. Look to your inner strength. You are stronger than you realize. This is an energy of checking somebody out. This is an energy of seeing somebody or spotting somebody, or having them spot you, or realizing that somebody is stalking you from the past, that they just will not relinquish their interest in you and it really bothering you and getting in your way. This is also, it could be a healing energy of, once again, taking that deeper inquiry into who you are and those pitfalls of your own behavior, and being able to see those aspects of yourself so that you can control them or heal them or not suffer from them or be held back by them. So this is a card, this is a moment, a time of inquiry, a deep inquiry and truth. Realizing, spotting something and realizing it. For those of you who are in relationships that won't let you go, this is definitely confirmation that the person just keeps on stalking you. They just keep on looking at you. They follow you. They may even actually follow you. I don't know if it's actual stalking, but it's like checking out your stuff on the web, looking at your picture all the time, trying to see where you are at what time, or keeping an eye on you, somebody keeping an eye on you, and it really starting to be a very huge burden for you. So if you're wondering who might this new person be that's coming up, once again, that link is below, Gemini. I hope to see you over there. Here we go for Cancer, 38, 30. Hold on. When I paused the video, Cancer, it was 38. And that always clues me into divine counterpart. Just wanted to let you know that. So here we have surrender to the divine, your full moon energy. This is basically coming out of this full moon energy that was in our sign, a sense of relinquishing, letting go, and starting over, a complete and total renewal. And I've been saying this for quite some time, and it could be because I'm very in tuned with this energy. There is an understanding of, I don't know what's going to happen. Please, divine, take the wheel. This is that energy of letting yourself be led by your angels or God, whatever you call it. The name doesn't matter. What matters is your connectivity to that something outside of yourself, that higher power. Just let the divine step in and guide you. This could be divine intervention happening next weekend, and something happening in your life that there's no way that you'll be able to foresee or predict. Sitting here now this weekend talking to you, there's no way that I'll be able to tell you what's going to happen. I'm just saying that this is divine intervention of something happening next weekend, or thereafter, between next weekend and the weekend after, that really switches your life and changes your life in terms of romance and sex and relationships. A sense of you don't know. I honestly, I won't even try to predict this, because you don't know. You don't know what's happening. For singles, this is a major change. This is what I want to say is, it's not necessarily meeting that person, but and I gave this reading to somebody else too. It's taking a job. It's getting a job offer that ends up leading you to them. It's getting, an insight into a place that's available for rent that ends up being right next door to them. That's the kind of thing that would be, it could be winning the lottery ticket. It could be anything, but it's something that's outside of you that you have no control over and you will not be able to predict, that essentially will be that next step going toward them. Speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change lives, including your own. There's 2 full moons here. And if you'll remember, when I started this reading, I talked about a twin flame energy, a divine counterpart seeing 3838. So there is a sense of, look at this. It's too serendipitous. It's almost like giving me chills. There is an energy of finding your counterpart, or once again, the divine intervening and doing what it needs to do to lead the 2 of you together. And I think it has to do with the fact that the 2 of you are focused on something similar. And that similar focus, so Cancerians, for those of you who are single and looking for people, or even those of you who are in relationships, please stay focused on what it is that you really love, because the person that you're meant to be with is focused on the same thing. They're on the same trajectory. They have the same goal. They may not yet be on the same path. But if you stay focused and you remain focused on your love, then you're focused on the divine, aren't you? You're listening to what is being spoken inside of your soul. You're listening to what the divine is telling you. If you continue to follow that divine path, you will be led to where you need to be to meet the person that you are meant to be with. This is huge full moon energy. So it's very significant for you. The fact that 2 moons have showed up in your reading is beyond powerful, because this is the divine interrupting and saying, Cancer, this message is absolutely 150% for you. This is something that has been set up just for you. This is specialty for you. We are making this and contriving and configuring it all right now. So all you can do, Cancerian, is just go with what your heart feels. Like if your heart says, take that job. If your heart says, perfect apartment. If your heart says, what a great opportunity, grab it, go for it, because that is illuminating your path. It's another pebble that's leading you further along your path toward your goal that isn't even get married or meet my counterpart. No, it's something that you love. It's something that you absolutely adore doing. And your focus is that, and so is theirs. And you're going to meet in the middle. Understood? The timestamp for this is, we just passed this huge, beautiful moon, and I think something shifted on that full moon, and there could be a full moon coming up sometime in Gemini season. I don't know. Could be a Gemini full moon. Let me see if I can get on really quickly. Cancerian. Let's see. Full moon calendar. Let's see if there's any kind of full moon. There's a new moon in Gemini coming up in June. There's a full moon in December. I mean, it could take a whole year to find this person, but it doesn't matter because you're going to have your path illuminated for you. What this also could mean is that they're still hidden from you. This person is still, you're going to have faith and trust in those little lights in the dark to just carry you step by step closer to who you're meant to be with. It's actually a really mystical journey. It's a journey, it's a magical journey. And I think that you're going to have a lot of dreams come true at the end of it. The point is that you keep following the path and trusting the divine. Something coming next weekend is going to be a major shift and a major divine intervention for you to know which direction to go next. And that's for Cancers, whether you're in relationships or single, is trust in the message that you get. Don't doubt it. Don't doubt it. Don't deny it. The only thing you can do is stay focused on what really matters to you in life, outside of partnership. And that's going to be how the divine interacts through you and how they know to target where your person is going to end up being, even if it's the person that you're currently with. So if you're curious about what's playing out on the other side and how your person is reacting and behaving and who's coming towards you, that link, Cancerian, is below. I'll see you over there. All right, we go to Leo now. 45, 55, wonderful energy. Okay, Leo, what is your energy? Bring love into the situation, a new moon in Aquarius. Okay, so this is you giving love, donating love, taking care of somebody, but it's also truth and honesty, and you being able to be honest with somebody and somebody really appreciating your honesty this coming weekend. It's about getting to your truth, your heart, about what you really want out of this relationship or what you want in a relationship if you aren't currently with somebody. But this is about getting real. But it's better than getting real. It's about healing. It's about understanding. It's about acceptance. This is about internal illumination and being in a place. And I felt this for you because you went through a tumultuous time a couple of months ago. And I feel like basically that time is kisses. I love you. My puppy was chewing on her. I'm sorry about the interruption. It's basically about those feelings and all of those things and all of that tumultuousness coming to an end. It's coming to a close, Leo. There's a calming to you. Over these last couple of readings, there has just been a peace that's been coming through that's been hard earned. So it's not like something. And a couple of times in your zodiac weeklies, you've been getting that energy too of, the bee spirit energy of, yeah, you're dripping in honey now. Life is sweet right now, but it's hard earned. So there's a beautiful humility that's going to make that sweetness go a long way because you know how hard it was to get there. So this is the energy of just basically truth and honesty and being real, or being in a situation or with somebody that you feel actually you finally found the one. You finally found the real one. You found a person that you can be true with. You found a person that you can be authentic with, yourself with, that they're really going to have your back for the rest of your life. You could feel, if you're with somebody, this is the energy of you really being able to feel how truly and honestly and pure their love for you is, Leo. Beautiful energy of just basically opening yourselves up to each other and loving each other honestly, finding the true love, the real love that you've been looking for, or realizing that the one you've got now is that person. Spiritual connection. A relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. Oh, hell yeah, you found the one. Yep, this is you finding your truth, finding your true path, finding somebody that you can be honest with and open with because you've been connected many, many times in the past. You've been connected through many, many lifetimes. This is you feeling so deeply connected to somebody that you are authentically, like the two of you are authentically supposed to be together. You have finally found the one. Or Leo, if you're totally single, this is about you coming into connection with that person, or maybe getting a glimpse of or understanding who that person is or which direction you need to head to meet them. They'd be getting the same message for you. This is about feeling a connection. It could be if not meeting a person next week and having dreams about somebody, having feelings or signs and synchronicities coming that are just driving you toward closer and closer and closer toward that person, because you're already connected with each other. So you already have this link, and it's just dragging you closer and closer toward each other. But this is just dawning on you, realization of this connection and acceptance of it. You know, it's not just that you intellectually realize it, it's that you get it, you understand it, and now you have faith in it, and you're just going to trust it because it's the direction that you need to be headed in. If you are curious about who is on the other side, that's the who's coming towards you, and the link to the extended is below. I'll see you over there. All right, we have 50 Virgo. Here we go. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Whose heart are you aiming at? Because the target has to be bigger. This is for Virgos primarily who are single. You might have to widen your range and not be so specific, because maybe, even though you think you don't know everything that you want in a person or understand a full person just at one glance. So it's like broaden and expand that target area for you. This is also an energy of look at the bigger picture. Try to see what's important to you and focus on that big picture, that broader perspective, like opening up your mind and what's really important to you, because it's something that's happening close to your heart. I think that you're very focused on the big picture. That's the thing, because you've been trying to heal yourself from this ache that may be the truth, that the relationship that you're in is not satisfying you, and you're trying to look at things more broadly and stay with this relationship, find reasons to stay in this relationship because of the fact that essentially there's more important things in life than just the lovey-gushy stuff. There's your home, there's your family, and it's like you're thinking of your home and your family and your future as all part of what you're considering or what you're trying to combat these sort of disappointed emotions with, because there is a sense of deciding to have a broader perspective of what romance is and what's important and what hits your heart space. Hold on. There is a sense of sadness. I'm just going to say that. There is a sense of sadness because even though you're looking at the bigger, broader picture, you kind of feel like you're giving up on ever feeling that kind of passion again. And you have this romantic sensibility that you want that romance back. You want the romance back. And so you're trying very, very hard, Virgo, to see romance from a broader perspective. But remember, it's not just you. You have to, there has to be something on the other side. Something has to be coming back. And if it's not coming back to you, then at the very least, a conversation has to be had. Or at the very most, there has to be some sort of, and I don't see you in any way, shape, or form making a decision to break up with somebody. No, I'm just thinking that you're trying to find creative ways to feel that romance come back into your life again. But the issue is you're trying to do it all by yourself, and you can't make romance all by yourself. You have to now include your partner. So be sure that you make enough space for them to be working on the romance too, because you need that coming back from them. This is new love. Oh, wow. Embrace an opportunity for love in your work prospects or for spiritual growth. In terms of this romantic reading, this is new love coming in your life, broadening. This is a great news for Virgo singles of basically broadening and expanding your range, however you did it. Traveling somewhere, going somewhere, hanging out with somebody new, asking friends to set you up with people, going on dating websites, whatever you did to expand the target of your range, it's working because there's a new opportunity and love coming in, and it's really exciting that basically your strategy's panned out. In a sense of what I was saying for couples, This is, you need that feeling of new love. You miss that excitement. You're missing that excitement, and you're aiming for trying to get that back again. But remember, when you're already in a relationship, you can't take aim all by yourself. There has to be the two of you aiming together. Are you aiming in the right direction? Or do you want the same things? Have this kind of conversation, because there is this sort of subverted ache of, I want something new. I want something different. And this could be at quite the inopportune or inconvenient time for you, Virgo. If you're curious about who's coming into your life, it could also be that you've met somebody that has stirred those fires or stoked those fires in ways that somebody hasn't in quite some time, including if you're with somebody. So this is what's actually making you feel a little bit guilty or a little bit moody, because you haven't really faced that, because you know what's at risk if you indulge in those feelings. So Virgo, it's just something that you're going to have to communicate or talk about with somebody that you trust. You know, just let it out, because if it eats you up inside, it's not going to get any better. Let that kind of energy out as soon as possible. Let it fly, and then solve it from the outside. Don't keep it inside. Yeah, there is this energy of new opportunities or new prospects. Somebody stoking your fire like you haven't felt in many, many years. So let's see who's coming towards you. That link is below, Virgo. All right. And then, of course, last but not least, Libra, this is your energy. Libra energy for this coming weekend. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. Your arrow is hitting the mark, and it's the specific mark that you wanted. There is love and illumination. There is love coming into your life. Somebody's, it's like somebody's arrow is landing in your ass. That's what it is. It's like you got the good stuff this coming weekend. This is that lucky energy. So you could meet somebody new, or you could just, it could be amped up. It's interesting that Virgo, look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius, and then Libra, you got new moon in Sagittarius. So you could be dealing with a Virgo or a Libra, Virgo, vice versa, because when you get the opposite sides of the card, it could be you have a connection to each other. So I don't know, Libras, if you're dealing with Virgos, but this is a sense of, finding somebody that you really, really love, that you really like, hitting the target or hitting the mark. If you're in a relationship with somebody and you wanted to do something special for them, this is having a very amorous weekend, a very arrow in the shot put weekend. So this is a sense of sensuality and sexuality, and really feeling like everything is on point, not having to work very hard to make everything work out perfectly. This is the energy of fearless, malicious, a sense of you drank the liquid luck. There's like, you drank the liquid luck. There's really nothing that you can do that's wrong, because you keep getting redirected in the right way. This arrow is hitting the mark. It's hitting its target. So if you are single, Libra, this is the time to take aim. Or like I said, I almost felt like there's a shot put that gets in your ass. It's almost like somebody has aimed at your butt, and it lands there. Unexpectedly, it could be coming out of nowhere. Let's see what this is. Okay. This is a very, very romantic time for you. Yeah. These are powerful words. I love you. Hello, this is Cupid's bow. This is somebody sending a message of love to you. This is somebody finally saying, I'm really interested in you. I really want to spend some time with you. I really want to be with you. Do you know how much you mean to me? I've been looking at you for quite some time. I want to be with you. This is maybe the first time that you and your lovey-dovey exchange those words, I love you. You have that meaningful conversation where you decide to be more to each other. You acknowledge that you are more to each other. This is meeting somebody new if you're totally and completely single. Finally, maybe for the first time in a long time, Cupid's arrow hitting the mark and landing where it needs to be. While I'm looking at this, there's so many faces that you can see in this card. There's so many faces, almost like a choir of angels that are singing to you. Somebody reaching out to you and sharing words with you that let you know how much they feel about you or how much they respect you, of being in harmony with or in unison with that person that is going to love you or that you're going to love. That sense of finding that harmonious companion, somebody to sing that song with and sing that, harmony, is finding harmony in love. This is probably the most benefic combination of cards that these two could get. So Libra, expect there to be a lot of love and a lot of romance and maybe even a lot of sex coming into your life, starting from next weekend, but it could head out throughout the week as well. You can't really get better news than this, Libra. I don't know if you're looking, I mean, it could be like singing somebody's praises, doing something for that person that really helps them to love you more or to forgive you. There's a sense of nothing that you decide to do next weekend could go wrong. This is a powerful, and even if, I just heard this, even if it feels like something is going wrong, it's actually going to turn around and be a surprise. How did everything work out? It's going to be. This is liquid luck. If you want to know who's coming in toward you, that link is below. I hope to see you over there. Thank you so much, guys, for spending this time with me this weekend. Like I said, all the extendeds of who's coming towards you are in the link below. I hope to see you guys over there. And please leave the comments below to let me know what's going on, because there's some juiciness happening, a lot of letting go, which means a lot of new beginnings, which I have a lot of hope for, because we're gearing up, we're amping up toward we're creeping toward Valentine's Day. And I don't know, I think it's, with all these arrows and these Cupid's arrows and all this energy with like taking aim and the arrow hitting its mark, I just think it's worth mentioning. I'll see you next weekend. Bye.